Amy and them made it to Jill's.
Good.
Yeah.
They went to Aunt Jill's?
They're going to Aunt Jill's, and then they're going to Bethel in the morning.
Oh, what? Did Emily go with Lena? Okay, because I'm getting a call from her, which is very out of the ordinary. So I'm gonna ignore that because I'm about to do a podcast right now. But that's
Who's calling you?
She is still calling me. She's about to do a podcast here. She's calling me again. Hold on, I'm gonna take this real quick.
Emily?
Bro, we can't hear you.
Hello?
Oh, it's instant.
Oh crap! You're at Abby and Anderson's house. Why did you don't talk to me? How am I supposed to know this? Yeah, I was about to. I got 3 calls from Lena Varhese. I'm like, why am I getting 3 calls from Lena Varhese?
Where's Amy's phone? I mean, Emily's
That's
phone.
a really cool hat, Anderson.
Wait. Oh yeah, weren't you supposed to go?
Yeah, I forgot my music at school, so I couldn't go because I had to have all of my NHIs turned in.
Listen, call me back in like a little bit. I'm about to do a podcast with Grandpa and Dad, and they're waiting for me right now. So I'm gonna let you guys go. Bye bye. Goofy girls, okay. Where did Grandpa go?
Grandpa, you lost Grandpa.
It was 1 minute.
Yeah. I know it. Okay,
All right.
ready now?
Yeah, sorry about that.
No problem.
Goofy girls, Emily is calling me. I'm like, what are we doing here? All right, hit the record. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What's up, sports fans, and welcome to another episode of the 3Gen Podcast. I'm your host, Noah, joined by my co-hosts,
Grandpa.
and
Dad.
All right, let's get straight into the first segment of the day. We have a little bit more sports news than usual because last week we did it on a Tuesday night, and because of that, added 2 more days worth of sports news. So we have a little bit more news, but not that crazy. TJ Hawkinson should be returning to the Vikings, maybe tonight, maybe soon. I don't know. I didn't check up on that. I didn't follow up on that because I wrote that down a little bit ago. Jay Cutler got arrested for a DUI. That was interesting to see. Then we got Paulson Adebo, cornerback for the Saints. He was having a breakout year in a contract year, and he got I think it was a knee injury or like an ankle injury that got him out for the year. But anyway, he's out for the year. Tragic for him. And the Saints are just losing tons of guys because Rashid Shaheed, breakout receiver this year for the Saints, is also out for the year. Sad to see him go out. Next, we have Ron Sanchez is the new Virginia head coach after the old one just retired out of nowhere for college basketball.
Right.
Wow.
Very strange. Wow. Next, we have the Indiana quarterback is out this week versus Washington, and Indiana is 7-0. Number 13 in the nation. Everyone was freaking out because they're like, Indiana football is above Alabama. This is crazy. But he's out this week versus Washington, so they're going to have their backup quarterback play. We'll have to see if they can keep their winning streak up against Washington. But next we have Deshaun Watson tore his Achilles. Even the Browns fans were chanting, "You deserve it."
Oh,
crazy.
Ouch.
I know, they're nasty. Those Cleveland fans are tough, I tell you.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they gave... I wouldn't say I would do the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would do the exact same thing, but at the same, you gave up your whole franchise for Deshaun
Right, exactly,
Watson.
right, yeah. Yeah,
And
the team
he's
is a train wreck. It just is,
Yeah, he's an awful person because of his allegations and the court stuff he went through.
Yeah.
And tons of money. He's not even a good quarterback. So I
Yeah.
understand why they said that, but it's a little messed up.
Yeah.
But next we have
So-
Brandon Ayuk is out for the year with a torn ACL and MCL.
Right.
Those 49ers receiving core is bad right now. Debo's recovering. We have
Right.
Juwan Jennings with hip injury. George Kittle and CMC are still
Right.
recovering from injuries. The 49ers are a struggle right now.
They sure are.
Yeah, they are. Yep.
Everywhere you look, you see injuries. Trent Williams was injured at one point. He's healthy right now, but on that defense, their star safety is out for the year. They still have Fred Warner and Nick Bosa, but in that NFC West where the Seahawks are making moves and the Rams look like they might sell, the Cardinals just beat the Chargers last week. The NFC West is honestly up for grabs.
Right. I agree.
Next, we have the Chiefs traded for DeAndre Hopkins.
Mhm.
And if they had not done that, I want you guys to know they would have 3 healthy receivers on the team because after that, they put Sky Moore on the IR. And Juju
Wow.
Smith-Schuster is out this week. So
Oh,
they have
wow.
Xavier Worthy,
Right.
McCole Hardman, who's, a veteran for that
Right.
Chiefs team,
Right.
Justin Watson, and that's it. Those are the starting 3 receivers
Yeah.
without DeAndre Hopkins.
hmm
That is insane. Their tight end core is still really good with Noah Gray and Travis Kelsey, but the receiving core is
Right.
really
Right.
bad.
Bad.
Well,
Yep.
they've been struggling on offense all year long, really.
Patrick Mahomes has the same stats as Daniel Jones. That tells you something about the offense.
Yeah. Right.
But they keep winning.
They
They
do. Yeah,
keep
you're
winning
right. Yeah.
somehow,
I
but
know it.
there's what are they 6-0 now?
I
Yeah.
know. No,
In-
are they 6-0? They won.
Yeah, I believe so because the Lions are
All right.
5-1, right?
Yep.
Yep. Yep.
But I guess the Lions did have a bye week. The Chiefs had the same bye week though, so I think we're good.
Yeah. Okay.
Next we have Gobert gets 110 million. Rudy Gobert for the Wolves gets 110 million for 3 years. Huge
Wow.
extension.
Yeah.
Wow.
Next we have DeJounte Murray. We're getting some NBA news because the NBA season just recently started off. We're not going to go through NBA games and predict who we're going to think will win. Maybe
Right.
later on after the NFL season ends, we might do that. But right now, there's just too many games, too much to keep
Right.
up with, especially
Right.
with the NFL and college football going on.
Pistons lost their opener yesterday.
Yeah.
They did, but they look better. They look
They
better.
did. They were in
They
the
look
game till
better.
the fourth quarter. You know.
They look better, but they finished like the same last year. So
You're right, Bob. Yep. They can't finish the game. You're right.
right,
They're
they
leading by
cannot
8
finish.
after the third quarter.
Yep.
We have potential. I like it. But next
Hey,
we have.
Noah, you haven't mentioned J-Mo yet.
Oh yeah, you are right. He got suspended for 2 games because of PEDs.
Right.
2 games. Yep.
Next we have the Seahawks and Titans traded linebackers. The Titans got Jerome Baker plus a 4th, and the Seahawks got Ernest Jones, who's a young pass rusher, is great in the run game. In the pass rush is not really his specialist, but the Seahawks are 18th in the rushing right now, and they needed someone there. They make a trade. Titans fans, I'm seeing they love it because they got a 4th-round pick and a decent linebacker in return.
Right.
Seahawks fans, they like it because now they're it shows that they're trying to win games. So next segment we have the college football picks of the week. This week in college football is a fun week. It's a fun week. And the very first game is going to be my favorite game of the whole week.
Mm.
We have Notre Dame going on the road to take on 6-0 Navy.
I know it. You know what? I like Navy in this game.
Oh,
I
that's
do.
crazy.
You know, their quarterback's underrated. He is a good quarterback.
If Navy wins that game against Notre Dame, goes on and beats Army, they could make the college football playoffs.
Yeah,
That is a weird reality to live
I
in.
tell you, that quarterback, look at his stats. He is a good quarterback. He can run, he can pass.
Mm.
Which is also weird because if Army has pretty much the same exact schedule, if they go on and beat because they both play Notre Dame. If
Right.
Army beats Notre Dame and then beats Navy, they could win they could go to the college football playoffs.
Right, right.
But they could play each other twice too. Notre Dame, and Army.
Notre Dame
I mean,
and Army.
I mean, Army and Navy can play each other twice in the AA whatever conference championship game and the regular season
Oh,
finale.
wow.
They can finish.
Yes, if
they
they
could
go-
play-
That'll determine something, huh?
Yes.
Yes, because Notre Dame's not in that conference. So even if they lose this game and they both win out, let's say they both lose to Notre Dame,
All
and
right.
they go on. They have to play each other, and then they have to play again in the conference championship. You're right.
All right.
But
Yep.
I'm gonna take Notre Dame. I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm
Okay.
not
That's
fun,
okay.
but
I just got a
I'm
feeling.
I'm cheering for Navy, but I'm picking Notre
same,
Dame.
same.
Yep. Yep.
Next we have North Carolina 3-4. They've been a mess all year, but they're going against another really weird team, a winning record team, but a weird one, Virginia, who's 4-3.
Hmm.
Hmm. I'm gonna
I,
go with a home dog, Virginia.
you
You
think
know,
it'd be?
Bob, I think you're right. I'm gonna take them too.
I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna go North Carolina just to be different.
Okay.
Okay. All
Next we
right.
have Washington 4-3, but they're going on the road to take on Indiana. Most of the time, when it shows when either side, because of the new Pac-12 teams the Big Ten got, it shows when either side takes that trip, they usually end up losing.
Right.
So I'm gonna have Indiana win at home, even with their
Mm.
backup quarterback
Yeah, I
playing.
am too. I think they're on a roll.
Wow. I'm gonna take Washington.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
okay.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to shake it up too.
Yeah.
That'd be a huge upset, but
But I love to see Indiana win, but I just got a funny feeling that Washington's gonna pull it
just like they
out.
did with Michigan, they're just gonna upset another Big Ten team.
Yep. Yep.
All right. Next we have Georgia Tech at Virginia Tech, battle of the ACC Techs. Who's gonna come out in that game?
I like Virginia.
Give me Georgia Tech here.
I'm thinking Georgia Tech too.
All right, all right. Next, we have a Big Ten matched game. No one going into this year would predicted this, or even like 2 years ago. This we have a Illinois at Oregon ranked game.
I
That
know. Yeah.
Big Ten matchup too, which is weird. Weird to
I
say.
know. I got a better Oregon here.
Yeah.
I'll
I'm
take
I'm
Oregon
going.
too.
I'm going with the Ducks. They're home.
Oregon's too
Yep.
good.
Yep. And Illinois, I don't know. They haven't really played anybody, I don't think.
Right.
They
Right.
did well. Their only loss was to Penn State, and it was a close one.
Well,
So
yeah.
next we have Missouri, who's also 6-1. They're going on the road to take on Bama. Give me Bama.
Yeah, me too.
I'm
They
taking Bama too.
bounce back. Bama does.
Yeah, and this wouldn't even be a big win. Missouri for some reason got thrown high into the rankings all because they have like a really good receiver, and
Right.
didn't they beat Ohio State in the bowl game last year?
I'm not sure who that was that beat them. Could have been. No.
And because of that, they got so much hype when ultimately they're
Right.
not even that good of a team, and then they end up losing to I think was it A&M.
Might have been. Yeah. Might have been.
So, and they've had a few like close games too with other not good teams. But
Hmm.
next we have oh, you guys all said Bama, right? Correct.
We
Yep.
said
Yep.
Bama. Yep.
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 Next we have Maryland going on the road to take on Minnesota. I'm gonna take Minnesota at home here.
I am too.
I'm taking the home dog.
I don't think Maryland's recovered from losing to his brother at quarterback. So, and he was pretty good for Maryland for all those years, but now they need to find someone else.
Right.
Yep.
They're somehow 4-3. I don't know how, but next we have Oklahoma State, who's struggled. I was watching one sports thing that said the Big 12's a mess right now because their powerhouse teams
Right.
are not at the top, like
Right.
Oklahoma State and
Right.
Baylor are all both struggling. When the Big 12's in a good spot, they
Hmm.
still have Iowa State and BYU both undefeated.
Yes.
Wow.
That's like
The
saying
two. Yep.
because the first time Alabama and let's just say Florida aren't doing good,
Right.
like the SEC's in a fall off. Like no, you still have Georgia doing really good. You have other schools like Texas still on the top for the SEC. That's just
Right.
a dumb argument for me. I just wanted to say that out here now.
Yeah.
But because of that, we have Oklahoma State, who's at Baylor, both 3-4 teams in the Big 12. I remember when this was like 2 years ago was the Big 12 championship game.
Yeah.
And now here we are. Both teams are 3-4, looking
Yeah.
like they could finish last in the Big 12.
I'll go with Oklahoma.
I'll take Oklahoma State as well.
I'm taking Bayer.
Oh, at home.
The
Okay.
Bears. Yep. At home.
Next we have West Virginia, 3-4, going on the road to take on an Arizona team. This is a Big 12 matchup somehow too. Yeah, it's weird, but
It is. I agree. The whole thing is weird.
I'm gonna take Arizona. I'm gonna take Arizona at home.
Yeah, me too. I'm taking the home team here.
I'm going to go to the Mountaineers, West
All right.
Virginia.
Oh,
Okay.
West
the
Virginia.
Mountaineers to go all the way to the desert and win in
Yep.
the desert. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Next we
Why
have
not?
Texas Tech, 5-2, going on the road to take on a TCU team who's 4-3, who hasn't been good since they ended up going to the national championship and getting destroyed. So
Right. Right.
Give,
I'm
give
taking
me the Red
Texas Tech.
Raiders.
Yeah,
Red
you know.
Raiders.
Texas Tech.
Texas
All right.
Tech.
All right. Next we have Penn State, who's 6-0, going on the road to take on that Wisconsin team who's 5-2.
Yeah.
Give me Penn State. It won't be
Penn
a
State wins
competition.
this game, I think.
I think Penn State too.
All right. Next, we have a fun game. Michigan State in-state rivalry going on the road to take on the Michigan team. I told this to Grandpa before the game, but the first time since 2010 in Michigan State coming off the bye, they ended up beating Iowa, and in that game, we had two receivers go over more than 100 receiving yards for the first time since 2010. And you got to realize Michigan State has had guys like Keon Coleman,
Right.
Jaden Reed, Jalen Naylor, Kenneth Walker, like Michigan's Ricky White. It's not like Michigan State hasn't had great receivers. We've had Connor Cook in there at quarterback.
Right.
Like 2010, it's just been 14 years, and we did that for the first time.
Right.
So
Well, I tell you what, if I was a betting man, this is the best bet of the week. Michigan State wins this game.
I'm taking Michigan State. Not that might be a little bit of bias, but I'm taking Michigan State.
Yeah.
I'm taking Michigan State too because they get momentum when at Iowa
Right.
and
Right.
Michigan losing to Illinois. They're kind of
Right.
trying
And
to find themselves.
they still haven't got a quarterback, but they haven't found a quarterback yet.
No.
And you can't
They
Michigan
win.
have
loses this game, they might not make a bowl game because their only game left that's not a ranked opponent is Northwestern.
Yeah.
they could be, if they lose this, they can be 5-7.
Oh yeah, I
No,
agree, Bob. They sure
no
could.
bowl
Easy.
game.
Yeah.
No bowl game.
Which is unthinkable to go from
After
reigning national champions
Right.
to not make a bowl game.
Yeah,
One of the-
Unbelievable
One of the
drop
biggest fall in the history of that league, I tell you.
Yep.
Has to be.
Yep.
But like the game this year versus Michigan versus Ohio State might be the worst in years.
Right.
It's going to be
And-
bad.
But don't worry, Ryan Day will pile it on.
Oh yeah. He's probably going to put 80 on him.
Next
If
we
he
have
loses, if Day loses to Michigan this year,
Oh my goodness.
he
he's
is
fired.
done.
He's
He
gone.
is
Yeah,
done.
Right.
He's out.
Yep.
next we have SMU who's 6-1 going on the road to take on a Duke team who's also 6-1.
I
ACC
kind of like
matchup.
Duke here. You know that? I kind of like Duke.
I'm taking SMU here.
Yeah, I'm
They're
taking
ranked team.
SMU too.
They beat Louisville. They look good. They're 6, and their only loss was against who was SMU's only loss? I'm
I don't know.
Was it Pitt?
maybe it was against undefeated Pitt. I don't know. I'll have to do some research after.
I
that,
got yeah, I don't know. I can't remember off my head.
Yeah, me either. I'll have to look into that. I should know, but I don't. Next we have Cincinnati 5-2 at Colorado 5-2. This is a Big 12 matchup. I swear, Big 12 matchups just don't make sense to me right now.
Right.
They haven't processed.
Right. True.
Both teams are 5-2 somehow. I'm gonna take Colorado at home here
Yeah, I like
and to be
Colorado.
bowl eligible.
I'm going with the Bearcats. Cincinnati.
Oh, yeah, all right.
Wow.
I'm going with
All right.
Cincinnati.
And next we have the game of the week. We have supposedly, according to this, LSU at Texas A&M.
I'm an LSU guy.
At A&M's gonna be tough. I'm taking LSU as well, though.
Go Tigers. I have the Tiger.
That's right.
You're taking LSU as well?
Yep.
All right. So next we're going into the NFL picks of the week. If you guys aren't familiar with how this works, is I pick who I think is going to win each single game in the NFL, and they pick who they think is going to win each game in the NFL. Last week, I will say, Dad, you did Grandpa and Uncle Johnny very well. You went. You want to guess how well you did?
Me?
Yes. So there was we guessed on 14 games. Do you want to know? You want to guess what your
We even
record
did
was?
we even did the Thursday night game too, didn't we?
We even did the Thursday night game. Now we can't because the game's already going on.
Right.
But
Give me the Vikings.
so you want to guess what your record was?
How many games were there?
14.
14. 10-4.
Better than that.
Wow,
Whoa.
better than 10-4.
Mm-hmm.
12-2.
You went 12-2.
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
Bringing your guys' overall record for the year 43-27.
Ooh.
And my record to 46-24. I fell a game short last week. I went 11-3. You went 12-2.
Oh,
Yeah.
So
wow.
pretty good.
good.
You're catching up.
Yeah, I
But
tell you, let's plan a trip to Vegas.
if you keep going 12-2, maybe.
Wow. Mm.
And and I do want to say, I don't think I said this, but the Chief, maybe I did. Maybe I'm just in my own head. But when the Chiefs traded DeAndre Hopkins, right?
Right.
Last
Yeah, you
week
said-
we did a segment on the podcast called Ship or Dip, where I came up with 32 hypothetical trades for each team, and I predicted correctly that the Chiefs would
did.
end up landing DeAndre
Wow.
Hopkins.
You did. You
Just wanted to
said
throw that out. Just wanted to throw,
Yep,
and the trade
yep,
deadline's still a
yep.
week away, so we'll have to see what else craziness happens.
Well,
Lions.
this Thursday
Lions
night
haven't done
game
anything.
around Detroit, there's big rumors that Minnesota is trying to get Stafford.
I saw those rumors.
Yeah.
Wow.
But
And the Lions haven't done anything yet. They haven't picked up.
let's talk about that. We got plenty of time. Let's talk about quick little short segment. Does the Vikings landing Matthew Stafford, does that give them a better opportunity to win the championship than they already
Yeah,
have right now?
definitely.
Really?
Yep.
With the way Sam Darnold's been playing.
Sam Darnold is not that quality of quarterback, I tell you. He's not. He's playing
Do you
way
think-
over his head right now. Good for him, but he's no
Do you think
Stafford,
this could be
that's for sure.
very similar to that Lions and Rams trade? Because the Rams, right
Right.
now, just like the Lions, with getting Sam Darnold, they're going to look really bad, but eventually, like the Lions, they're going to build around.
Yeah,
Kind of like
maybe.
the Lions built around
Is
Jared
it-
Goff and he got better. The
I
Rams
don't,
built around
I don't think
Darnold
Sam
and they get
Darnold's
better.
on that caliber. I don't. But
Well,
I
we
think
said that
Stafford
about
picks
Jared
up that
Goff when we
team.
first got him as well. So
Yeah. Well,
Isn't the
I don't know.
Rams shopping Cooper Cup too?
they are. They're
Yeah.
just looking to sell it right now.
He's supposed to
Right.
be back. Is he playing tonight? They say he might be back tonight.
No, he's not back, but I know Puka Nakua is back.
Oh, he is back. Okay.
Puka
Huh.
Nakua is off the IR now.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Dad,
Not Cooper?
what do you think? Do you think the Vikings will be better with Matthew Stafford if they end up
Definitely.
getting him?
Definitely.
Probably. Yeah. Yeah. But
Really?
Sam Donner is playing good still. I mean,
I just don't think the way you've been playing right now, you took a very close loss to the Lions. One of the best team in the National Football League. You can argue maybe the Chiefs, but I think the
Right.
Lions are overall better. So the package you'd have to give up for Matthew Stafford for the Vikings, I just don't think it's worth it. You gave up letting go of Kirk Cousins so you can bring in cap space. Why then just trade for Matthew Stafford and who also has a hefty contract? I just don't get it. But that's me though.
Well,
So-
Minnesota thinks they're in that same window now. They think they have a short window to go for the Super Bowl, so they want Stafford.
They don't though. They have young receivers like Justin Jefferson,
Right.
Jordan Addison. You have a great young defense that they've built around like
Right.
Jordan Turner. You have a young quarterback like J.J. McCarthy who's recovering from injury. Maybe he's not the long-term answer. I don't
Right.
know. Maybe they get Matthew Stafford 1 or 2 years and to coach J.J. McCarthy. But I just don't think it's worth the package to get for Matthew Stafford.
Right.
That's me though. But let's
Okay.
let's get into the games
All right.
of the week now for the NFL. We have the first game on Sunday. It's an AFC East matchup. We have Jets and Patriots.
Jets for me.
I'm gonna take the Jets are 2-5. That's
I don't care.
I'm gonna take the no. I know, but I'm just saying like they have not looked good. But the Patriots either. But with Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams and they're 2-5, it's sad.
Right.
I'm gonna take the Jets as
Right.
well though.
I'm taking the Jets, but woo, if they lose this game, woo.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah,
Oh,
bad looks all around. I don't know what
Yeah.
they would do.
Right.
Next we have the Eagles taking on the Bengals. I'm gonna take the Bengals here.
I'm taking the Eagles.
Okay.
I'm going my Bengals. They're going to come back. They're going to go to the playoffs
Okay.
after
All right,
starting
all right.
0-3.
Next we have the Packers at the Jaguars. I'm gonna take the
Packers.
Packers. I think this is the game that Doug Peterson gets fired, like he
Yeah.
should have a long time ago.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, that
Is it in
team's kind
London
of a mess
again?
right now.
Is this game in London again?
No, no,
No.
it's not.
They play like 2 games. They play all
I
their
know
games
that. I
in.
know.
Now give me the Packers.
All right. We're in agreement there. Next, we have the Titans going on to take on the Lions. Give me the Lions.
Lions easy.
This would be so
Lions.
bad if the Lions end up losing this game.
Yeah, they
Lions.
The Titans look like they're selling. They already gave up. They had a busy week giving up Ernest Jones and giving up DeAndre Hopkins. They're
Right.
looking like they're selling. Give me
Right.
the Lions here. Next, we have the Falcons and the Buccaneers. A little last time these two teams played, it was a fun Thursday night game, and now they're already playing again.
I
Winner
know.
of this is going to have a huge advantage, but the Buccaneers are now without Mike Evans for
Right.
at least 4 weeks because he got
Right.
put on
Right.
IR with his hamstring, and Chris Godwin's out for the year.
He's
Yeah, I know.
out. Yep. Yep.
But it's at the Buccaneers. It's going to be tough not to take them here, but the Falcons beat them. You know what? I'm going to take the Buccaneers. I convinced myself.
Yeah, I have to too. They're at home.
Give me the Falcons.
All right.
Mm.
Falcons there. All right, next we have the Cardinals coming off a big win against the Chargers. They're taking on the Dolphins, which is Tua coming back for this game? We really don't know.
You're
Some
right.
people say week
Nobody
8.
knows.
I don't know.
He
I'm
won't. He
going to
won't
take the
be.
Cardinals, though.
Who is the Chargers? Right?
Cardinals and Dolphins.
Cardinals. Oh, okay. Yeah, I gotta take the Cardinals too.
Where's this game at?
It's actually at Miami.
Oh, give me Miami. If Tua's playing, I'm taking Miami. If he's
All
not, then give me the Cardinals.
Okay. I'll keep track of that. Next, we have the Ravens going on the road to take on the Browns. The Browns are
Ravens
starting
easy.
Jameis Winston. Give me the Ravens.
Yes, give me Ravens. Browns are a hot mess right now.
They might trade Myles Garrett. Nick Chubb's back, but he can't lead that entire offense. I feel
Right.
bad. Like, they had Deshaun Watson, Nick Chubb's coming back, and now they're going to have to rely on him on offense after he just came back.
Right.
But
Right.
next, we have the Colts taking on the Texans. Somehow the Colts are 4-3, but without Anthony Richardson. Give
Yeah.
me the Texans.
Me too. Texans.
Texans. Didn't Cleveland sign that Zappy? Or was that
Bailey
someone else?
Zappi,
Yeah.
quarterback for the Patriots off their practice squad. They did do
Yeah.
that, but he won't start. It'll be Jameis Winston.
Okay.
Next, we have the Saints at the Chargers. Give me the
Chargers.
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 Saints are a
Chargers.
mess.
Yeah, with Derek Carr still banged up
Right,
and
right.
the rest of their team's banged up. They might fire Dennis Allen. They might go into full rebuild mode. Honestly, if I'm the Saints, right, I would do exactly what the Texans did. What the Texans did was they stuck, well, like GM-wise, they stuck around with Davis Mills for a year. And then they ended up getting CJ Stroud the next because they built around that team. And that way,
Right.
when they threw CJ Stroud into the mix,
Right.
they were ready to go.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And they won a playoff game last year.
Yeah.
So
They're a tough team. You're right. Yeah.
if I'm the Saints, I'm sticking out with Spencer Rattler for a year. I know for a Saints fan that's going to hurt, but you need to build around whoever quarterback's going to be the next year because this year's quarterback class, it's just okay. But think about it.
Right,
The next
right.
year, you can have Arch Manning.
Yeah, I know. Right.
So
You're right.
I know rumors maybe he wants to stay all 4 years. Maybe next year they don't get Arch Manning. Maybe he stays his senior year. But I don't know about that.
Is Deion's son coming out?
He's coming this year.
He's coming out this year? Okay.
He will be in the 2025 NFL draft. Same
Yeah,
with
okay.
Travis Hunter and Carson Beck. But those quarterbacks aren't like they're not
Right.
to the point where they're not Caleb Williams, right? They're not going to be
Right.
guaranteed drafted number 1. They're not a
Right.
generational talent.
Right.
But
Right.
next we have what was it? It was Chargers and Saints. So yeah, I'm taking Chargers.
Yeah.
I think we all said Chargers, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Next we have both contenders, Bills at the Seahawks.
You know, I see us going to win this one at home. They're tough at home.
Yeah, at Seattle, I'm taking the
Yeah.
Seahawks, yes. Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna take the Bills to be different here. I really
Okay.
am.
They're a good team. They could win easy. That's
They got
I know the Seahawks have made some trades on that defense to
Right.
prepare to make sure they are a contender and make sure they do win games, but taking on the Bills. They just got Amari Cooper. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But that should be a very offensive game with Kenneth Walker,
Right. Right.
JSN, DK Metcalf. I mean, that should be a really entertaining game.
Is Metcalf hurt or is he okay?
I thought he was okay. Maybe he's not, but even so, they still have JSN, Tyler
That's
Lockett.
okay. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
next we have Bears at the Commanders. Jaden Daniels versus Caleb Williams, the game that could be like Rookie of the Year type
Yeah.
game.
I think Washington wins this game easy. I think Chicago is a little bit overrated yet.
They're 4-3 somehow.
Yeah, I know. I still can't believe them.
Yeah, me either. I thought they would be a lot worse than they already are.
Yeah, I know.
I don't like their head coach at all, but like
Right.
I've already expressed this in the past. They were thinking about firing him last year and
Yeah.
replacing him with Jim Harbaugh.
Right.
I just and then giving him a rookie quarterback. I don't know. This
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the Commanders here.
Yeah, me too.
Is Daniels hurt or is he okay?
He's
He was
fine.
hurt, but I heard he might play. So
Okay. If he playing, I'm taking Commanders. Yeah.
They were winning a lot. They were playing the Panthers last week. He just got the wind blown out of him. They were saying he had a rib injury, so they
yeah,
just took him out of the game.
Okay. All right.
So
Okay. Okay.
next we have the Panthers taking on the Broncos. This Broncos team is somehow 4-3 too. Like these
I
rookie
know.
quarterbacks, like are somehow playing. Other than Spencer Rattler, are somehow playing really
Right.
good.
But the Carolina's so bad though. I gotta take Denver. I mean,
Oh,
Yeah, and it's at Denver too. I'm taking Bo Nix
I'm
over
taking
Bryce Young.
Denver,
yeah,
but they might be the worst 4-3 team. Denver. They. I don't
yeah,
know.
I agree. I think Sean Payton's defense has been carrying. Bo Nix has slowly been progressing. You know, he threw his first touchdown pass to Troy Franklin, the guy he brought in from Oregon, but like the Oregon duo we saw last
right,
year. But
And I don't
uh,
think Denver's really beaten anybody. I think their schedule's been really soft.
right.
yeah, it has.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
next we have the Chiefs taking on the Raiders. Give me the Chiefs.
Yeah, me too.
Chiefs
Aiden
going to be what?
O'Connell has been injured. So they have Gardner Minshew starting. So
Chiefs going to stay undefeated.
the
Just
Chiefs are
just as
scheduled.
long as Cosby doesn't get hurt, so
Ooh,
so he can come to the Lions.
yeah. Next we have the Dallas Cowboys taking on the 49ers. Cowboys 3-3. They're going on the road to take on the
Yeah, these
49ers.
are
For the
two teams. They're
49ers,
both disappointing. Both got some injuries, but they're at Frisco. I'm taking the home team. Taking Frisco.
this is a must-win game for 49ers. I'm going to take the 49ers.
49ers.
All right. And then final game, Monday Night Football. We have the New York Giants taking on the Steelers. This is a bad Monday Night Football game. I'm taking the
I know.
Steelers.
I am
I'm
too.
taking the
Steelers.
Steelers.
Yeah.
I'm taking the Steelers.
Crazy because then they would move on to 6-2.
Yeah, I know. Right.
Like the Steelers team, doesn't matter who's under the quarterback, Russell Wilson or Justin Fields. This team
Right.
is 6-2.
Yeah. It's
Yep.
amazing.
And
Yeah.
Russell Wilson actually looked good last week. I mean, they didn't.
Yeah, he
They
did. I
played the
agree. He
Jets.
looked real good.
They played the Jets defense
Yeah.
after firing Robert Sala, the defensive-minded coach.
Right.
Mhm.
But
Right.
still,
Taylor's with the Packers now. You know.
yeah. All
But
right.
if I was Pittsburgh, I put Fields in those goal line and have him run sometimes.
Yeah.
And
Right. No kidding. Yeah.
I think
keep
they
the
have
keep the
spots for that.
defensive honest. He
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
pass and run. So
Right. True. Yeah.
All right. Is there anything else that I missed
That's
for this
it.
week's sports, or did I cover it all?
You got it all.
All right.
All
So
right.
thank you guys so much for
well,
listening.
did
Oh,
you say Josh Reynolds got shot today or something? I heard.
Josh Reynolds, he got shot?
Yes,
The
yes, I
Really?
heard
I
he
didn't
got
hear that
shot.
Denver
either.
Broncos receiver?
Yeah, I heard he got
Really?
shot. Yep.
Wow. Mm.
Dead or
No, he's alive, but he got shot coming out of a strip club.
Oh
So
oh.
boy.
that's what I heard. So
Jeez.
Oh, I did forget to mention RIP to the USF head coach who sadly passed away today.
the
Did you guys hear
basketball
about that? The
coach.
basketball,
Yeah.
yeah, the
Yeah.
basketball head
Yeah.
coach.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
He
he had
died at
good.
the age of 43.
Wow.
He had that team turn around too. I think South Florida had a good record last year.
Yep, South Florida's men's basketball coaching younger brother, former NBR star Sharif Abdul Rahim, died suddenly on Thursday from complications during a medical procedure at a hospital.
Terrible.
Tragic scene for that.
Yeah, terrible. Yeah,
Prayers up
Wow.
to that USF basketball
yeah.
team. Tragic news, but
Right,
Yes.
right.
sad to leave on sad news. But
Yeah.
and that's all I got for you guys this week. Thank you guys so
Okay,
much for
over
listening.
to Grandpa. Signing off.
Tune in for next week. See
All
you
right.
guys then.
All right.
Adios.
Goodbye.